All right, Mark is hot out the gates. Look at this.
Come on, Mark.
Mark Felix, can he do it? The Miracle Man. Runberg is the first out the gates. Mark feeling the power.
His hands too high.
This is Runberg's event. Peter Runberg of Sweden.
So Mark's got to beat 40 seconds. If not, he's going to lose more points.
This is going to be a rep fest, and Mark.
3, 8, 9.
His final bag.
Come on, Mark.
Mark Felix. Yet again pulls off a miracle win.
Athletes going, 3 athletes, all 3 going up to that heavier log with 280 pounds. Oh.
Patrick does not get the down command. Museswa does.
280 pounds.
Polish power in lane 1.
Paddock with 2 reps to his count.
All right, Artur has now gotten 3 reps on the board with the 280-pound, 127-kilo log.
15 seconds left. Museswa good with number 2.
Tough on that clean there.
5 seconds.
Is he going to? Oh, but that press.
All right, and now as we get our next heat onto the field, my special guest will join me. Someone who everyone knows, especially here at this arena, Mr. Nick Best.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Nick, it's great to see you. Glad to have you here with me.
Great to be here.
Yes, come on closer to me. Don't be so far.
All right.
Let me feel that body heat. It's cold here in Wisconsin. Nick, all right, now we're talking.
You didn't mean that close.
Nick,
Yeah.
this is your category we're watching. This is where you compete.
Yeah.
How do you feel about these weights? 250 pounds, 280 pounds. What is the mark you see to win this division of athlete here?
I think the mark to win this division here is going to be between 6 and 8.
6 and 8, that's a lot of reps to cram into a minute.
We got a couple of really good presses in here. Artur just did phenomenal. That'll be good points for him.
Good points indeed.
So.
John, Sowards, Bevins, and Howison are now on the arena floor. Looks like Mark Bevins is passing here, but all 4 athletes opt for the 250.
Yeah.
Currently, Artur Paddock.
Nick, you were training yourself to get ready for it. I know some circumstances that you're playing smart led you to not be competing, but how many reps would you have been vying for with that 280?
I was going to try to vie between, 5 and 8. That was my goal when I started my training cycle for this.
5 and 8. I can't help but think how many reps you have to get every second in order to make that happen. We saw Matt Webb in the 40-plus Masters category utilizing a Viper press. Is that something you trained to do, or would you just be doing push presses?
I was actually training to do the Viper press this year. I finally kind of figured out some things in my overhead that worked for me a whole lot better, even after all these years of competing. And, I would have used the Viper press because it's going to be quicker, and when I throw it back, I can use it to help me with the push with the log up back over my head.
Well, with that amount of reps you'd be vying for, I think that would be the only way you can cram that amount of rep work into there.
Yeah.
Our next heat takes the arena for Dave Hellier of the USA in lane 1, Joey Grappy of USA in lane 2, Edward Wellborn USA in lane 3, and Joseph Jones of USA in lane number 4, an all-American heat.
Yeah, Wellborn he's got a lot of heart, so it's going to be fun. All these guys.
We've seen him quite frequently over the last year. Ed was over in Norway with us at Feford
a few
months back.
Yep, so he's a fierce competitor. He's just out having fun. All these guys are just out having fun because if you're going to do this at this age, you're going to have fun. So it's kind of like a neat thing to come in and do and train for and stuff like that and stay motivated for. The weights these guys doing are about perfect for this because the top 5 guys in this are going to be able to handle the 250 with no problem, or 250, the 280 with no problem.
Edward gets 1 rep on the board, as does Joey, and Dave Hellier, our first man to get a rep at that 280 on this heat. Remember, Artur Paddock of Poland has 4 reps with that heavy log. That is a big mark to accomplish.
That's going to be a lot of points. That's going to actually be very good for us.
Nick, how unique is this Mike Bartos monster log here? Have you gotten to use it before?
I've used it before. It's a pretty unique log, and the clean's just a little bit different. It snaps in the top a little bit more, which will throw guys backwards, which why you see a couple people stumbling with it when they go backwards because you're not ready for that snap.
Under 5.
Definitely a worthy adversary, that Mike Bartos log.
Yeah. Best way to train for that if you're going to do this at home is lock your plates in. Use the old Olympic collars and screw them in tight because when it comes up, it's going to keep coming on you. Keep coming back onto you.
Right. All right.
Albie.
There's Big Bad Santa right there. I've been hearing the ho-ho-hos reverberating through the arena floor.
Yeah. And it is December.
It is December, indeed. And he is in full plumage right there. That's Albie Mushaney of the USA in lane 1, and Kurt McLaughlin of the USA in lane 3. On your screen, that's Ron Mazza of USA in lane number 3, and Bob Kasanova. Beautiful Bob. I gave him the nickname earlier this year at the regionals. He is also the USA right there.
Bob's going straight for the 280.
Bob was so well-rounded when I saw him compete. I believe it was at the Northeast Regionals in Ocean City, Maryland. A man with apparently no weakness.
Big Pop, he's got to get that head through. He's got a down call.
That's a down call for Bob Casanova. 1 rep at the 280.
Left right now. 2 reps will tie him for second place. 3 reps will get him that spot altogether. 4 reps time for the lead. 30 seconds remaining.
Oh, no.
Oh, Santa's going to have to
on the floor.
go clean that up.
Good for 2 reps now.
2 reps for Bob Casanova. He looked a little bit wobbly
Yeah.
when the log was set down. Hopefully he's got his composure here. Here he is.
He's got room for about 1 more.
Under 10 seconds.
3 reps will put him in second place behind Patrick.
Less than 5.
Bob gets it.
Wow. He fought for that one.
Beautiful Bob.
That's a good job.
Finishes in second place behind the Polish powerhouse, Artur Patik, amassing 3 reps on the heavy log. Well, let's see if any of these men have anything to say about that. Eric Patterson of the USA will take lane number 1. Jason Glash of the USA in lane number 2. John Elsie of United Kingdom in lane 3. And Tatu Kahu of Finland in lane number 4.
Lane number 3 from the UK.
Yeah, I think Eric's a very good overhead presser, so this should be interesting. If anybody in this group can get the beat 4 or get to 4, it'll be Eric.
Well, Eric's got arms the size of pythons.
Yeah. He's got mini legs for arms.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't do a headstand walk over there.
Patterson coming out for the 280-pound log right out of the gate.
Good clean. I can see a little bit of shakiness going on, but look at that.
Yeah, his strict pressing power is like obnoxious.
Nick, do you see him beating 4 reps?
If he can hold it together, yes. It's going to be just him getting stable with it.
Looking to make that left elbow cooperate.
So there's all kinds of power up there.
That's 2 reps. Nick, what can you say about the shaking that we're seeing coming from Patterson right there?
He's just kind of, could be a couple things. Could be nerves, and then he could just, he could just be a little bit off. If he gets it up, he's got the power just to strict press it. Looks like he's just getting a little dizzy.
Maybe. However, one thing that really impressed me about Eric's performance there, despite that shakiness and that little bit of instability, once he got those arms to operate, it seemingly glides up overhead.
Yeah, it's like a forklift. He just pops it right up overhead.
Well, 2 reps will allow him to be split for 3rd place. 2 heats are remaining. Brad Curl of Australia will take lane number 1. Big George Pearson of the USA in lane 2. Steve Islas of USA in lane 3. And Chad Coy, USA, lane 4.
Yeah, Chad's not here.
He's not here?
He's here in the arena, but he's not competing. No, his knee's messed up.
Oh, okay.
He hurt it pretty bad.
From the United States.
Kind of like my thumb.
Gotcha. All right, so Chad will not be competing, but Curl, Pearson, and Islas. Here we go.
So George is about 320, 330.
And about 7 feet tall. Great guy. Love getting to chat with him at every opportunity.
Yeah.
And Brad Curl and Islas, they're veterans here at this arena. And look, all three men opting for the Trump log.
Yeah.
That's what you love to see.
All 3 men opting for the 280-pound log. Currell, Pearson, and Islas. Currell's the first to strike.
Currell really wound up that shot.
Yeah.
Look at Islas. I want to say Steve had a better press overall.
Pearson looking to get his bearings underneath on that log.
Did Pearson
Goes to
get
a
that?
lockout. Gotta get that right
Did not get the
tricep.
down. Brad using his head there. That is a big no-no.
Yeah, you can't do that.
20 seconds remaining.
They frown on using your head as a rest.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like these athletes are really
10 seconds.
getting winded. Less than 10 seconds. Brad Curl gets to the top.
Less than 5.
Oh, just missed.
There you could just see the sheer mass of that monster log being a big factor in why that did not lock up.
Yeah, it's going to be a balance issue. That the guys just, unless you kind of know what you're walking into, you got to prepare for that.
Nick, you know these guys in this final heat.
Yep.
Who's your pick?
Cromer should win this event. Peter's going to do really well.
Peter.
And then Mark, this is going to depend. Mark just needs probably 3 reps to be like right where he needs to be. Because after this, Mark's golden through the whole rest of the show.
Yeah, this is the
This will
one
be
event
Mark's
that
worst
is
event.
correct. The one he is apprehensive slightly, but Cromer, I know I've seen him many times before, and he does not necessarily use a lot of leg power. It's very much powered by those shoulder cannons.
Yeah, his shoulders and arms are just unbelievable. He has, like what you said, shoulder cannons.
Rundberg, Felix, Cromer, and Jensen. The final heat in our Masters 50-plus category.
Off they go. 4 repetitions right
Every
now.
athlete going for the 280.
Our very first heat is the mark to beat. Cromer and Runderberg going for it. It's Runderberg with the first.
Wow, reps across the field. Ladies and gentlemen, get to the edge of your seats.
Cromer with 2 fast reps. Look at the tall Smith.
Peter's looking good.
Down there, 2 repetitions as well and 280 pounds. Now Cromer's already got 3 before I can talk about it. Runderberg good with 3 reps as well. Here comes the chip to tie. Cromer has tied the lead with 4 reps.
Cromer has now tied the lead with 4 reps, going for number 5.
4th repetition. There is your leader. 5 reps for Cromer. 20 seconds left.
Felix is up to 3.
Yes, I can. He has 5 reps. There's 6.
6 reps for Cromer. Peter Rundberg is coming up to
Looking
it.
to split the difference now. 10 seconds remain. Runderberg going rep for rep.
About 7 seconds left.
5
Come on, Mike.
Mark Felix
Get him, Mark.
with the lockout. Wow.
See, that was perfect for Mark.
Nick, you called it. 7 reps from Mike Cromer.
Yeah.
7 repetitions apiece.
Wow.
Split between Sweden's Peter Runderberg and the USA.
Wow.
It was going to be between 6 and 8. It's kind of what I would have figured.
That shakes things up a bit. And Rundberg did tie it, getting 7 reps as well. So Cromer and Rundberg will tie for first place, amassing 7 reps.
So this is going to be interesting going forwards because Cromer's improved a lot on that little pick where she stepped and finished. Got her a position.
We are moving on to our men's Masters 50-plus category.
Yeah.
The Jocko Fuel car walk will increase in weight to 730 pounds. That's 331 kilos.
Yep.
How do you feel about that weight, Nick?
I like that weight.
I bet you would be going for sub 10 seconds.
My goal was to do 7 in this. I was just hitting that 12 weeks ago.
Reflecting on just getting to watch our men's Masters 40-plus category, I heard you cheering on our brother in strength, Travis Hortmeyer, there.
Yeah.
You know, you've had surgical operation before. I have, but never had a joint replaced. And I can only imagine the apprehension Travis had in getting under a heavy car. What do you think that meant to Travis to finish in first place in that heat? Maybe not first overall when all was said and done, but you could see that look in his face. What can you say on that?
It meant the world to him. It really did. He literally lives for this. You know, and so it meant the world to him. I know exactly what it feels like. I mean, it's just gratifying. It's like all that hard work, all the pain you went through, all the suffering you went through, all the rehab you went through, everything, all the steps, little steps in that process, all came to a head right there, and he got the payoff that he was looking for.
What about external pressures imposed by the audience and the fans who see an athlete who has somehow, taken a break and is getting back into it, rising like the phoenix, as Travis likes to say. What does that external pressure do to an athlete as they're in that moment of competition?
It just makes your heart just sing. It just gives you a drive that's just unparalleled that you can't get anywhere else. So it's the encouragement. It's as much as an inspiration he is for everybody else. It's an inspiration for him, for people to be supporting him and be behind him.
Our first heat up is David Johns running solo, 58 years old, 6 foot tall, out of the USA, and he is off.
Yeah, just has to catch his balance.
730 pounds, 331 kilograms.
That is a very big footprint from this car compared to a standard yoke. That teeter factor.
15.25 meters.
Yeah.
Well, he's feeling it.
$60-second time limit.
I think he will call it there.
Yeah. It's a heavy car. It gets you wobbling around. If you can't get stable with it, it'll throw you all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It is no easy task. But there's our measuring wheel getting the official measurement.
So right now he's in first place.
Right, he is the pace setter. And he was looking very good right off the bat. But just having that car wobble around so much, that is enough torsion on the spine and the hips to where possibly picking it up a second time is a little bit out of the equation.
Yeah, it can mess up your back pretty bad if it wobbles going backwards too much. And that sway back it'll wake you up in a hurry.
Our next heat moves out to the field with the cars. Mark Bevins of USA in lane 1. Jerome Howison, USA, lane 2. Joseph Jones, USA, in lane number 3. And Ron Mazza completing the All-American heat in lane number 4. 25 years competing for Mr. Mark Bevins there. A quarter of a century as a strongman. Amazing. And obviously, when I see that, when I look to people such as yourselves, it just emanates a sense of these guys are doing something right. The body, the machine at work is sustaining itself well and allowing us to have fun perpetually throughout our lives.
Yeah, well, it's going to be one of those things where you know how to take care of yourself. Look at these guys.
Bevins and Mazza.
Ooh,
this is close. A nail biter. Mazza pulls ahead. Ron Mazza in lane 4 with Mark Bevins slowly behind him.
Ron Mazza has the leader. We will get his.
That was a good race.
Indeed.
Jones and Howison.
Bevins is happy about that.
As possible add to their score. 30 seconds remaining.
But yeah, Bevins has been going at it a very long time, and to last that long doing this sport, you have a lot of things right. Your training's right. You're not beating yourself up so bad in training that you come out here and can't get it done. You're having injuries, but you know how to heal from the injuries. Most of these guys with that kind of experience know as much about healing from injuries as most physical therapists.
Less than 5.
Joseph Jones getting every last bit of distance, and he is done. Nick, one of the things I love picking people's brains on is footwear used for something like this. We are built up from the ground at our foundation.
Correct.
So it's arguably one of the most important pieces of equipment for something like this. What do you prefer to use on a heavy yoke or a car walk?
I would love like the old flat basketball shoes or like the old school skateboard shoes.
Okay.
Because they're flat, they give you just enough cushion to keep from bothering your feet or your knees. But they're flat, they're smooth, they don't stick, there's no air bubble, and it doesn't earthquake-proof you. Too much padding in the feet when you're doing this will actually slow you down and make you wobble.
Oh, look, there's JF Carone on the screen right there. Always looking stoic and waving, supporting his Canadian athletes out here. Good to see him. It's good to see all of the legends and strength unite here at the official Strongman Games.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Our next heat, John Elsey of UK in lane 1, Tatu Karhu of Finland in lane 2, George Pearson, USA in lane number 3, and Edward Wellborn, USA lane number 4.
This is going to be an interesting one. George should be pretty fast with this.
It does seem that tall and big-bodied individuals excel at yokes. Long levers, big frames, but it is never an ultimate factor there.
Got to have quick feet.
Indeed. That is, if you can be as strong as a house, but if you can't move, what use do you have?
None.
My rugby coach used to say that. That really stuck with me throughout my entire career.
14.29 seconds.
So I think George, if he hits this right, can be sub 9.
Is already back there staged and waiting.
Look at the amount of points Ed Wellborn got. All of the other athletes failed to get 1 rep on the log, so they got 0 points. But with all of those athletes getting 0, the next available placing left Ed with 11.5 points.
Yeah.
That 1 rep
Made a big difference. Every point you get in these things makes a massive difference. Massive difference. You have to be well-rounded to win the whole thing.
Well-rounded indeed. And look at Ed, another athlete with a quarter of a century of a competition background.
And George is probably right there in that as well.
Yeah.
He just didn't fill out his form. Ignored the bio when they sent it to him.
Yeah, the enigma. We will never know. We just know he's 50 plus and massive.
And 6'4".
Yeah. That's it. I feel like he's taller every time I'm next to him. I'm always looking up. Look at it, George. Wow.
What did I say?
Wow, he is running with it.
Off and running.
We can't even keep
I
up
told
with
you
him.
he's pretty quick.
Oh my goodness, George Pearson. That was a sub 10-second finish from Big George there.
Yeah.
When you move that fast, I mean,
you get lots of time to rest and watch everybody else.
730 pounds, 50 foot. Look at
George Pearson, 9.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Here's Tatu Karhu of Finland. Still an impressive time there to complete the course. About 15 seconds left. Can Ed get the job done?
Wellborn looking to get a couple of inches as his score. Under 10 seconds.
John still moving close to the starting line, but coming down a bit more.
Got a little bit more distance.
George Pearson, our first athlete of the day to complete the car walk in sub 10 seconds. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I said 9 seconds.
Wow. And we're not even done with this category yet.
I know. But I told you George is going about 9 seconds and 9.25, yeah. He's quick. So that was a good run for him. That was real solid.
Wow.
So I think
George walking right there. Amazing.
heck of a run.
Amazing.
Unbelievable guy, too.
It's going to take a perfect run.
4 heats left. Oh, talking about unbelievable guys. Joey Greip right there. He's always in such high spirits. Always jumping around, smiling. Possibly sitting down on his rear, taking a nap in between sets.
Well, as you get older, you take more naps.
You have to be strategic. You have to bide your energy and use it when you need to.
True.
Our next heat, Albie Mulchaney, Big Bad Santa of the USA in lane number 1. Kirk McLaughlin, USA in lane 2. Jason Glash, USA in lane 3. And Joey Grappy of USA, lane number 4. An all-American heat.
In lane number 1, it's Albie Mulchaney. In lane number 2, Kirk McLaughlin. In lane number 3, Jason Glash. And in lane number 4, Joey Grappe.
And Joey's got some points.
Joey's got some points. He got big points by edging out these other guys. Albie, Kirk, Jason, even Ed, all only got 1 rep on that light log.
So if he finishes this will keep him right in the money.
Indeed. And again, this is day 1 of the qualifying rounds. There are 2 events today, 2 events tomorrow, and the top 10 in each category after tomorrow's done will advance to the finals on day 3. You have a pick for this one, Nick?
This one, it's going to be kind of tough, but I think the way it's looking now, Joey's just, if he stays stable,
First
he'll
out
be
the
able to
gate.
fin it. Albie's got a messed up knee, so
Yeah, Santa's taking a bit of a time to get that sled moving.
if smart thing for him is try it. If it doesn't move, put it down.
How about that from Joey?
Joey, that's good points for Joey.
McLaughlin narrowly behind him.
Yeah.
Jason has gotten a few feet past the gates.
Seconds remain.
Wow, but Joey Grappy.
Yeah, that's going to put him, probably.
We'll see. Top 3 are 15 seconds or less.
Mm-hmm.
It was smooth.
10 seconds.
But that'll give him good points. That'll make it toward. That'll help him an awful lot to get to the finals, to get to the top 10. That puts him in a very solid place. Getting reloaded. Moving the cars back.
I don't think Joey will edge his way into the top 3, but he is narrowly behind them. Just like you said, amassing some very, very good, worthy points.
I mean, the first goal is to get into the finals, and then the second goal is to place in the top 5, and then make the podium. So it's going to put him in a very solid position to make the finals.
There's our next heat of athletes. I got Joey pointing at me. Well done, Joey. That was awesome.
Good job, Joey.
Dennis Bertrand, Brad Curl, Steve Eastloss, and Shane Jensen are up next, staring down their cars, getting ready to feel that 730 pounds of compression against their spine.
So I don't have a GoPro on my head.
It's just a car.
Just a
Under the hood.
Pick it up, go fast.
What we're going to do is a pick crew as we make our mild adjustment to lane number 3.
Some mild adjustment going on to the car in lane number 3.
You even have a pit crew.
Yeah, we've dubbed them the fire ants. Every time we get that nice aerial shot, we see all the red shirts just assimilating and lifting weights far in excess of their own body weight. There they are, inside and under the hood, getting everything nice and set. I love it. A well-oiled machine, and many of the individuals on this crew have been helping out and volunteering at every regional contest over the course of the year. So it's a well-oiled machine. I love these individuals.
Big thank you to all those guys, because
Indeed.
without them doing this, we have no sport to compete in.
Indeed, it truly takes a huge and capable team. But
I think the motor exploded.
well,
the motor's not there in a VW anyway.
yeah. Look at this view under the hood. Very nice. I love it. The hands at work. There's Gabby Bergholzer right there. I love these shots. I love these shots. The focus, the attention to detail, making sure every athlete has their spot in the limelight. Look at him.
You can't just duct tape it.
No, and as much as we like to use Gorilla or T-Rex tape for anything,
Yeah, exactly.
Some things need a little bit more.
Need a screw or a bolt.
I think Gabby just realized she's on camera right there. It's Gabby Bergholzer, the Austrian Oaktress. Another American legend in this sport who has been giving back to all of the athletes at every turn, helping out with contests across the country.
So it could be a zip tie.
Yeah, hey, those are also some of our favorite tools to use.
Correct.
Zip ties, duct tape, and some Goo Gone. Those are the 3 major components you need in a strongman's handbag.
For sure. And some super glue, too. So the next event would be a car press.
Yeah, it's bench press
bench
under
press,
it,
car
one of the
press.
axles. Definitely need to make sure we have some good safety measures in place. But I'd be down for it.
Yeah, that'd be fun, actually.
I'd be down for it. Let's.
Could actually win a pressing event.
Take it when you can get it, right?
No, heck yeah.
Okay, we have a few more athletes left in this category. The big question, Nick, can any of them beat George Pearson's 9.5-second time?
I think you're going to have one, maybe two.
Who?
Well, Felix for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, Felix is pretty darn fast at this now. And Cromer's got a good shot at, because Cromer has greatly improved. He came out and trained a couple times out in Vegas, and his yoke has gotten a lot better.
Cromer was always one of those athletes who, when I first started seeing his name pop out on this elite level stage and platform, very well known for his press, his static ability, but to see him put in that work in refining his movement,
he's trying
agility.
He's getting better all the way around. And if his deadlift comes up a good amount, and if his deadlift holds, because his two things has been the moving, and then his deadlift has always hurt him in points. If both of those improve, quite a bit, he can make the podium pretty easy, because he's strong at everything else.
Indeed, I see Mark Felix back then. There's Jerry Pritchett in the background too.
Yep.
How special do you think that was for Jerry to watch Bubba, his son, compete all day yesterday?
It's just amazing.
Did you get to see that video that Official Strongman put out of their interview with Bubba Pritchett?
Yeah.
Hearing his words talking about how he wants to be world's strongest man while he's still in his teens, wants to take Mitchell Hooper on a yoke.
Yes.
It gives you chills to think about the ambitions and aspirations of the coming generation.
Well, he's 14.
Just turned 14 yesterday.
So he's 14, and he's competing with, the 16 to 18-year-olds?
Yeah.
And he got second.
Yeah.
He's going to be an unbelievable talent. And he keeps growing. I mean, he's taller than me now. So it's just and I remember when he was just a little bit, just running around.
I remember.
Up to your knee. So he's growing, he's improving, and the desire is coming from within inside him.
That's a beautiful thing. Hearing himself talk about the memory he had when he was 5 and he wanted to go train out the gym with Dad.
Yeah.
And Jerry told him, you got to wake up at 5 a.m. You wake yourself up. I'm not waking you up. And Bubba said, I got in a cold shower to wake myself up at 5 years old.
Yeah.
That is all the makings of greatness at such an early age, and to have it so organically formed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. But to talk about the pride of fatherhood, we see a lot of dads in this category, in both categories today. I know you're a father, I'm a father. That is a whole different layer of strength that's added when you're keeping your body strong for more people than just yourself.
No, for sure. I mean, I never forced my kids to be like me. I just wanted them to play athletics of some kind. And both of them play lacrosse. Dylan went to Under Armour All-American, and then he was All-State twice. And then Jess now was league MVP. Their team won the state championship. It's unbelievable just watching them do what they do.
And what do you think it does for a child to see their father or their mother come out and compete at the official Strongman Games with the world's best? What does that create in their personality and their mindset?
It creates a pattern of structure and winning and things you have to do. They see you put in the hard work. You don't have to tell them anything. You just have to lead them by good example. And if you do that, they're going to follow it. They're going to follow because they idolize you growing up. So they're going to follow what you do.
And it helps, I imagine, make them well equipped for anything that they face in life.
Correct.
All right, our next heat is on the arena floor. That car is ready. Dennis Bertrand of Canada, lane 1. Brad Curl, Australia, lane 2. Steve Islas, USA, in lane 1. And Shane Jensen, South Africa, in lane number 4. There's the zip ties of power. Hold strong, please.
They're gonna, if the zip tie goes, they're going to have to get a little chain. Or a wire hanger.
Athletes are away.
All right.
730.
Curl is pulling ahead with Jensen right there.
Yeah.
Jensen now.
Look at Corral.
Who will take it?
Look at, they're racing. Oh.
I think that was Jensen.
Yeah.
We'll need the official confirmation, but what a great time.
Brad's having a good contest.
He really is. He's looking to be in peak form this year.
Yeah.
60-second time limit.
Islas and Bertrand Sealing the gap.
Past the halfway point.
Eastlash is staying up. Can't
Look at
get
his
the job
arms.
done. Those veins.
Just cut it out. And we've got all 4 finished.
That was a heck of a race for those guys. Yeah, so just so that everybody knows, it's only the front of the car that has to pass the line now, not the tires.
Yeah.
So
that
that's,
seems to be the theme with all of the moving events is just break the line.
yeah. And it makes it easier to judge and everything else when it's the front of the car breaks the line instead of the tires. Just all the way around, it makes it a little bit easier.
It looks like Jensen has put himself into third place with 14.58 seconds. Very well done, and that's such a tight grouping now in top 3 spots.
Yeah.
Well, of course, with Pearson still has quite a bit of a comfort cushion there.
Yeah. But that cushion's going to go away when this comes up. Because Mark's last one was like 7.66, 7.7, right around in there.
We'll see what 2024 has in store for the Miracle Man here. Our final heat, Artur Patic of Poland in lane number 1, Mark Felix of UK in lane number 2, Peter Rundberg of Sweden in lane number 3, and Mike Kromer, USA, lane number 4. Look at that. Kromer and Rundberg, again, are tied in first place, amassing 25.5 points each, with Felix and Patic tied for third, with 23.5 points each.
Yeah, this is going to make a big difference on where the placings are going to go with this one. Because like I said, Mike's improved greatly at this. Peter's pretty solid. Mark's quick. So if Mark's feeling on point and his knees aren't bothering him or anything, he's going to fly with this.
Our next heat in lane number 1. It's Yanni Meswa from South Africa. In lane number 2, Dave Hellier from the United States.
My apologies, we got ahead there.
Number 3,
The names are wrong.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Uyani Maswewa of South Africa in lane 1, Dave Hellier of USA in lane 2, Eric Patterson, USA in lane 3, Bob Kasanova. There's beautiful Bob right there in lane number 4. Pardon that. We'll get that last heat after this, but let's see what happens here.
Whistle's blown.
Bob is pulling ahead with Hellier narrowly behind him.
He is your leader, Bob Casanova, right now.
Bob Casanova.
Trick is just stay smooth. Don't drop it. Just keep moving.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
That was solid.
Swewa finishes in second in the heat, and here comes Hellier. And Eric Patterson, a bit of a struggle there.
Eric Patterson in lane number 3.
You know, I will say it again and again, and I said it again and again when I was commentating for him months ago. Bob Casanova does not seem to have any weaknesses. He is very well rounded, and despite not being a mass monster like some of these other guys, he gets the job done.
Right, which is what's going to put him into the finals.
I think so
It makes
too.
him a threat for everything, because if you don't have any bad events, there's nothing to come back from. You just keep pushing ahead.
And there is that final heat.
Yeah, now we're here.
Now we're talking. That's Mike Kromer, Peter Rundberg, Mark Felix, and Artur Patic. The final heat.
This is going to be interesting.
The top 3 remains untouched, but these are the guys that will shake it up. Look at Rundberg. The Swedish powerhouse, and Big Bad Kromer right there. These guys are having a blast. Can we get Mark to smile? I wonder. He's looking pretty.
Mark's focused.
So yeah, he is.
So he's sitting here going, got to pick it up. I got to move my feet quick. Got to set it down.
Yep. Pick up, go, win.
But I think you can see 7.5 seconds.
This all needs to clear out. Thank you. Everybody go to the stands, please. Go to the stands, please. Don't go visit, guys.
Just clearing out some congestion here in front of us. The exit tunnel. But look at Mark. He is visualizing the course every step of the way.
Yep. Start his motions off. Think about what he's got to do and go execute.
This is what we were talking about earlier. Look at those years competing. 20 for Arthur, 23 for Mark, 20 for Peter, and 26 for Mike Cromer.
Yeah, you're just short of 100 years up there.
These guys are obviously doing something right. Take a page out of their book. It's one thing to see the athletes that burn bright and burn fast, but it's another thing to see the athletes that burn for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm talking to one right now.
Yeah, I've been doing it.
You know a thing or two about that.
Did my first powerlifting meet in 85.
Wow. I was negative 5 years old at that point. Not even an idea. All right, Mark is hot out the gates. Look at this.
Come on, Mark.
Mark Felix, can he do it? The Miracle Man. Peter Rundberg narrowly behind Cromer and Patrick. What a heat. Mark Felix, I believe that was 8 seconds flat, if I'm hearing it correctly. We'll get the official confirmation. Mark Felix, 8 seconds. George Pearson making up some good points there. He gets 9.5 seconds, taking him from last place all the way to 15th place now. Peter Rundberg, 11.19 seconds. Mike Cromer, 12.19. Artur Paddock, 12.84. And look at this, 14.29, 14.5, 15, 15, 18. Very fast times from our first 10 athletes there.
Yeah.
Amazing. There's the word again. Bob Kasanova, beautiful Bob, finishes in 20.01 seconds for 11th place. Kirk McLaughlin, 22.06. Ruyani, Dave, Tatu, Steve Islas, Dennis Bertrand. Those are the only other athletes finishing all the way to 17th place to get that full course. Everyone else, south of that, will get a measurement. And here we go. The only two athletes, unfortunately, not getting any points will be JT Sowards and Big Bad Santa. But Albie did get some points in that log, which is critical as he moves.
Almost everybody wearing figure eights.
Well, Nick, why are they choosing that strategy?
Because you can't let go of the bar. You don't have to worry about grip at all, especially on a 2-inch axle. You know, so it's going to be a lot easier to perform the lift with those on. Because it's just something you don't have to think about. Once you put that through the loop, you can't really let go of the bar. So you can just sit, lengthen your hands a little bit, and as long as you keep your thumbs on the bar and pull.
It looks like those straps are locking in quick as Albie is getting to lockout. He gets one rep at 5:45.
The new leader.
Ken Sowards. Wow.
Yeah.
Once Sowards was strapped in, and there's that control you were talking about, Nick. Very controlled.
See, you already caught up.
Taking that breath on the way down.
Yep.
It is a tied game at this point.
See how much quicker he's pulling?
Albie has petered out. JT Sowards is still looking good. Ooh, I don't know if he got that down call. He did. Okay,
Yeah.
4 reps for JT Sowards. 15 seconds left with how long it took him to strap in. I don't know if he can do this. He needs to move fast.
Less than 5.
Nah,
And,
that's it. But it was good strategy.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, you touch and go, you touch and go. You save a lot of time in the setup. Might take you a little bit longer on the first one, but the second, third, and fourth ones go a lot quicker.
JT Sowards is our new leader with 4 reps on the 545 light axle. Our next heat stomps out to the floor. Jason Glash of the USA in lane 1, David Johns, USA in lane 2, Jerome Howison, USA in lane 3, and John Elsey of the UK in lane number 4.
See which one goes for the 640.
It will be David Johns of the USA in lane 2, quickly strapping in with those figure eights.
Yeah.
Wow.
New leader.
Clean lift from David Johns. Will he be doing reps? A controlled descent, making you proud, Nick.
Very.
You see him taking a breath at the top.
Yep.
And we're back. 545 pounds is the lightweight. 600.
Looks like David Johns is feeling a little something.
He's either got a cramp. Yeah, it looks like he's got a cramp.
David Johns had 2.
All right, we'll get our crew tending to him. John Elsey of the UK locks out his 5th rep on the 545.
Less than 10 seconds remaining.
And less than 10 seconds remain. It looks like lanes 1, 3, and 4 have all stopped, and all eyes are on Johns to make sure he's okay. But that will put Johns as our new event leader, leaving it all on the field.
Yeah.
With 2 reps on the heavy axle. Hoping he's all right. He's up on his feet.
Yep.
There we go. That's what we love to see.
All right, they got David Johns up.
A little bit of a limp.
That 640-pound action twice.
But he is our new leader.
Yeah. Hopefully it was just a cramp.
Hopefully so. Either way, he is under some good care.
Man.
It's always good to see them coherent and on their own 2 feet. That is the best case scenario when an athlete goes down.
Yeah.
We have an excellent team here for medical care when and if needed and recovery. Here's our next heat. Eric Patterson of the USA getting a slap of power from Bubba Pritchett and Jerry Pritchett there.
Yeah.
You know that just added 5% to his performance capability.
Maybe 10.
Joseph Jones of the USA in lane 2, Edward Wellborn USA in lane 3, and Dennis Bertrand of Canada in lane number 4 for an all North American heat with Canada on lane 4. Our most experienced athlete is Ed Wellborn with a quarter of a century competing. There's Jerry and Bubba watching their training partner. And Patterson is the only man to step up to the heavy axle.
Yeah.
Number 1 opting to go right to the trunk weight. 2 reps right now is the mark to beat on that. He's getting strapped in. These other athletes going 540.
Dennis Bertrand is the first athlete up with a lockout. And Patterson.
Yeah, nice. Should get at least 2 more pretty easy.
And Patterson is looking a lot more stable than he was under that log yesterday. Less shaky. Perhaps those were nerves he's gotten out. He is our new event leader with 3 reps.
Should get
545 pounds on the back bar. Here we got Edward Wellborn.
Felt a little something was off there, and I think he's going to be satisfied with 3.
Yep.
5 repetitions. 15 seconds.
Ed waves to the crowd, getting 1 rep.
Ed got some points.
Less than 10. Bertrand is going to attempt 7 reps here. And he gets it.
Gets 1 more rep.
A buzzer beater.
7 strong pulls for Canada's Dennis Bertrand.
There's Peterson, our new event leader.
Patterson is your new leader with 3 repetitions.
Patterson, I'm sorry. He's
Yeah.
a little slow to get off the floor. But
Yeah, he's hobbling a little bit.
640 pounds, 290.5 kilos. That's a tough and very heavy rival. Can't think of a stronger hand to help you off the field.
Not many. Nope. Jerry's about as strong as you get.
In lane number 1, representing the United States, Steve.
All right, our next heat is getting ready to strap in.
Lane number 2, representing Finland, Tatu Karhu. Lane number 3 for the United States, Dave Hellier.
Lane number 1 is Steve Eastlass of the USA. Lane 2, Tatu Karhu of Finland. Lane 3, Dave Hellier, USA. And lane 4, Vuyani Museswa, South Africa.
Yeah, this should be an interesting heat.
The heats keep getting more intense as these athletes have proven themselves to be tremendous warriors under heavy loads.
Vuyani's going for it.
It's Vuyani Museswa.
Can he edge out Patterson? 3 reps is the mark to beat at 640.
These other athletes go for 5.
Always a little off balance.
Museswa up successful.
He's going to recalibrate. There's that shift in the
3
grip.
reps by Eric Patterson is the mark to beat.
Museswa taking those breaths to gear up for rep 2. He's more balanced. He's above the knees, and he'll get it.
Successful with another rep on lane number 1.
He's going to have to get his hips a little more forward.
20 seconds left.
Islas attempting for a fourth. Can he do it?
Less than 10 seconds. Possessor looking to fight this
That's
one.
it. Fine it.
Wow.
With 3 repetitions.
And Karhu has gotten 4 along with Hellier on the light bar. Museswa will tie Patterson for a split lead.
Yeah.
3 reps on the heavy axle. What a performance.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So you walk out, you got good points.
I love the awareness he had too. When he powered through that first rep, he knows he's a bull of a man with the strength to lock it out. But he made that adjustment rather than going straight to the next rep, and
Didn't
that allowed him
panic.
to get 2 more.
Yeah, and didn't panic. That's the biggest thing. If you make a mistake out there, don't panic. Just fix it efficiently and move on.
Our next heat, Kirk McLaughlin of the USA in lane 1, Bob Kasanova, USA in lane 2, Joey Grappy of USA in lane 3, and Mark Bevins, USA lane 4.
Mark going for the big one.
And Joey
And
nonchalantly stepping up to the bar.
And Mark Bevins.
Bob Casanova is the first one to lock out with the 545. He's going to be banging out some reps here.
McLaughlin's the first one to get
Wow,
there.
McLaughlin.
He's got 1 repetition, but Bevins is
So does Bevins.
1 rep. Here comes
2 for
rep number
Bevins.
2 for Bevins.
Yeah.
Bevins tied for the
Three,
lead.
both of them, yeah.
Moved into the co-tie as well.
I know
Our
Kirk didn't get it.
new leader, Mark Bevins in lane 4.
20 seconds remain.
He has 4 reps with 20 seconds left. Up he goes for 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Gotta love that.
Our new leader with 2 reps above the rest. He's happy with that.
Big smile.
And he's springy as he leaves the arena.
Kasanova squeaking 1 in before the whistle blows. 7
Beautiful Bob with the buzzer beater there on lane number 2. That was great, and we can expect the intensity to amp up even more, but the Bevins has put the pressure on. 5 reps on the heavy axle. Our next heat, Brad Curl, lane 1. Shane Jensen of South Africa in lane 2. Ron Mazza, USA lane 3, and Arthur Patik of Poland, lane 4. This is our second to last heat.
Should be interesting. I think this might be a good one for Arthur.
Well, Poland has really brought it to the OSG arena. All 4 athletes
Going
up
straight
for
to
the
it.
heavy axle. That's what you love to see.
290.5 kilograms.
Yeah, now Ron's actually got regular lifting straps. So that should be interesting.
With a strong pull as well. 2 repetitions now. Jensen already into rep number 3. Patik's got 2. Mazza with his opener.
So Jensen's
4 reps for Jensen,
at 4.
up into 5.
He's flying through these.
Down anytime soon. There's Jensen 6. That is your new
Farrell
leader.
is answering the call. Jensen is our new leader with 6 reps. He takes a
25
knee.
seconds remain. Under 20. Patik looking to finish up.
Patik gets 5 reps to tie for
10
second.
seconds.
That's pretty good.
Currell ties as well with 5.
That 7th rep. Right before
7
time expires.
reps for Jensen. South African strength in the house.
South Africa, Shane Jensen successful with 7 pulls.
Our
on
new
the
leader.
bar at 640 pounds. He is
We're
your
seeing a
new
trend
leader
of edging out the previous by 2 reps here.
Yeah.
Bevins got 5 and he was the leader. Now he's sharing that position. Jensen, 7 reps. The pressure is on for our final heat. Mike Cromer of the USA in lane 1. Peter Rundberg of Sweden in lane number 2. George Pearson, USA in lane 3. And the Miracle Man, Mark Felix in lane number 4.
I think Mark will get whatever he needs for this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets double digits, though. This heat
And our final
will
4 athletes
challenge
in
him.
lane number 1 from the
But this is traditionally a rough event for Mike.
lane number 2 representing
So if Mike can get 7 or more,
in lane number 3,
that'll put him in a really good spot.
Every athlete,
lane number 4 from the
apparently
UK.
with over 2 decades each competing. They're obviously doing something right.
7 reps.
No surprise here. Every athlete onto the heavy axle.
All 4 men now strapping on.
Runberg is the first one to lock out with Cromer narrowly behind. This is going to be a rep fest, and Mark
3.
Runberg locks out 5. Mark with 5. Runberg 6.
Mark at 6.
Felix with 7.
8. 9. 10.
There is 10 for Mark Felix. Runberg has stopped at 8, going up for 9.
Mark's being smart.
11 reps for Mark Felix.
Just kind of make sure. Yep.
That's just Mark doing Mark things.
Yep.
11 repetitions at 640 pounds for Mark Felix.
290.5 kilogram bar, total time 11 repetitions. It's great. Britain toward the UK's Mark Felix.
George had a good run as well. So Peters.
8 reps for Pearson.
Yep.
Puts him in third with Runberg. 9 reps and Mark. Again, there's that 2-rep margin right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, as incredible as it is, not surprised.
No, not much at all. Kind of knew that what it was going to be. I was figuring probably somewhere between 12 and 14 would win.
Yeah, well, I have no doubt Mark could have done that if he needed to, but that's the thing. He did not need to.
Right.
He even took that look just to make sure that Runberg was still behind him. There it is. Mark and Felix.
Being smart.
Indeed. All right, let's check out these scores. Felix, 11 reps on the heavy axle. 2 reps above Peter Runberg in second, 9 reps. Pearson will get 8 reps for third. Jensen of South Africa, 7 reps in the heavy axle. A 2-way tie for 5th place between Bevins and Curl with 5. A 3-way tie, excuse me. Arthur Patek as well. Patterson and Misseswa all get 3. The only other athletes to get reps in the heavy axle are McLaughlin, Mazza, and Cromer. They each get 2 reps. Every other athlete from Bertrand down to Machini will be getting reps on the light 545 axle.
Yeah, that was good. Cromer picked up some decent points. So.
Indeed. And Eastlas also some good points there. 3 reps. 2 reps for Jason Glash. 1 rep for Edward Wellborn. Jerome, Joseph, and Joey, unfortunately, will get no
fun. So
they are, but they both do have points, and they can earn some more here.
250 pounds. Bag number 2 will be 275.
250 gets up nice and high for Howison as Jones
high.
finds his position.
50 foot the distance to carry that Cerberus sandbag.
throws it to the back. I don't know about that.
First bag into the mammoth sled. Joe Jones as well. 50-foot hustle bag number 2. 275 pounds. In the Cerberus.
270. And once it goes completely flat like that, it looks like it's a bit harder of a pick, but it's difficult. Howison is really finding a challenge here. And Jones, this could be a window of opportunity.
20 seconds.
You got to really want to just drag it up your legs. You just can't care.
What an idea to wrap your mind around.
Yeah. And then pop your hips as you get up to the top, and then you can re-grip it with your hands. Almost like a little throw in the air. Yeah, like that.
Both men really going to the end of their performance capability, and until the time expires.
60 seconds.
Yeah.
250-pound Cerberus sandbag carry.
All right, our next heat, Joey Grappy of the USA will take lane 1, Ed Wellborn, USA lane 2, Jason Glash, USA lane 3, and Albie Mushani, USA lane 4, an all-American heat.
Some capacity have to stay on the round handles on the sled. Your head has to stay above the back bar. And you can't hit the Volkswagen when you're done.
I think Joey and Edward are going to do pretty good at this one.
Yes. Joey just blazed down the course yesterday on that car walk.
Yeah. Joey's quick.
Big man can move.
Big man can move fast.
Jason Glass
Yeah.
in lane number 3. And Albie Mushani in lane number 4.
Look at that power stance from Joey, who's ready, and he is the first one out the gates. Joey Grappy in lane 1.
Edward shouldered it.
Joe Groppy saying, yes, I can. Heading back now for bag number 2. Edward Bowmore opted for a shoulder.
Ed,
There you
getting
go.
all the way
There
to
it
the
is.
shoulder
There it
took
is.
some work, but he got to move relatively quickly. But look at Joey. He's killing it.
Joey Groppy now, bag number 2 on that Cerberus Husafeld, 275 pounds.
Let's see his positioning here as he pushes the
Let's go,
sled.
Joey.
There's
Come
no
on,
time to
attack
stop.
it.
Wow.
There you go.
I feel sorry for that sled. That was some force right there.
That's going to leave a mark.
If we had a pressure sensor, I'd be curious to know that output in newtons or something, or joules, whatever. That is look at him go. Under 10, and Joey will do
Finished.
it.
Yeah.
We need to check that sled for a dent. He wants the whole thing. Classic Joey. Taking a breather.
It's like, Joey, don't choke yourself with it, man. It's right on his neck.
That impact.
Yeah.
He reared back, really charged for it like a bull.
Yeah.
Look at him. I love that guy.
Yeah, me too.
Joey Groppy completed the course in a time of
And Ed got it moving. He was pushing it.
He is your first finisher.
Look
Your
at
current
Joey.
leader.
And look, he not only does he clear and break the line, but he wants to be sure of it.
Yeah.
He goes and he goes and he goes. Big bad Joey.
Keep on pushing.
Wow. Wow. Again, just that impact. Boom. Right
Yeah.
into the sled.
Yeah, I can almost feel that from here. It's like, ooh.
Indeed. Our next heat prepares for the Sandbag medley. Steve Islas of USA in lane number 1. JT Sowards, USA in lane 2. Tatu Karhu of Finland in lane number 3. And Dave Hellier, USA, lane 4.
Of athletes in lane number 1, representing the United States, Steve Islas. In lane number 2 from the United States, JT Sowards. In lane number 3 from Finland, Tatu Karhu. And in lane number 4, representing the USA, Dave Hellier.
Karhu and Hellier, both well over a decade of experience. If you've been doing this for 15 or 13 years, you've picked up plenty of sandbags. So I imagine that aspect of this will be
Flawless.
hopefully flawless, but well practiced. Steve Islas is the greenest athlete here, competing for 4 years. But 4 years is plenty of time in the sport to really have your bearings. He is the Navajo warrior. He's about to go to battle here against these bags.
And the athletes are away. Bag number 1 weighs 250 pounds.
Tatu is the first one out. He's looking pretty upright. I hope it doesn't pull him forward, but he's got his knees right under him. Wow. It's very fast from our Finnish athlete.
Yeah.
Hellier's got his. Soward has his.
There you go. Up, pop, pop it again. One more time. Now go. There you go.
Still very upright, but Karhu is making it work.
Being vertical, though, like that will pull you forwards with it. So as long as you move your feet, you're going to be okay.
Bag number 2. 20 seconds remain. Now
20 seconds left. He needs to move. There it is. He's got it. He needs to keep it moving. 10 seconds. I don't think he'll finish, but he's getting every bit of distance possible.
It's going to get good points.
Relentless effort from Karhu of Finland, and he will be our heat leader. And I believe that might put him in second over Ed. It looks like more of a distance. But Joey Groppy remains untouched. 53.09 seconds is the time to beat. Our next heat, John Elsey of UK in lane 1, Dennis Bertrand of Canada in lane 2, Bob Kasanova, USA in lane 3, and David Johns, USA, lane 4. Look at Dennis warming up those biceps. There, he's pumped up, he's ready. Love it. Bob is game-faced, staring down the course. Look at it, focus, determination, power, ready to flip.
Just get ready to go unleash.
John Elsey has the gloves on.
Think about like Ricky Bobby. I want to go fast.
Want to go fast, and also like Ricky Bobby when they're done. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
I've made fire.
Bring them up right now. Lane number 1 will have the UK's John Elsey.
Get the good lung burn going by the time you're done.
There's a comprehensive body burn all over the lungs, the hamstrings, the biceps, all of it. It's quads, the glutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, here we go.
And the athletes are away.
Bob Kasanova is the first one out the gates. This man can move, and he does it well. Look how stable. Cranked back. Good sprint from Bob.
Bag number 2, 275 pounds, and then Cerberus strength.
275? Wow.
Yep, got it right
Bob
to his
just
knees and gone.
stands up with it.
Yep.
Good fast pace here from Bob in lane number 3.
All right, I want to see a direct sled push here.
There you
There it
go.
is. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this is going to smoke it, time.
Beautiful Bob in lane number 3. Look at him
Killing it.
go.
20 seconds remain.
Wow. That was a sub 45-second finish from Bob, and just like Joey, he is sure he crosses all the way.
Yeah. Not messing around.
Lane 2 has completed it. That's Dennis Bertrand. That pump up of the biceps really paid off for him.
Yeah. He's having a good arm day.
Indeed. Bob Kasanova is our new event leader with 40.37 seconds of a finish. What a great mark from Bob. He's all smiles, high spirits. He can move. He can move well.
Mm-hmm. That was quick.
Look at him. Even, again, just like Claire Myler, even in slow motion, he's still moving fast.
Yeah.
That ADL live replay, and he's moving so fast, he wants to let that sled push all the way and down to the knee. And Bertrand, right there behind him, edges his way into second place with a time of 50.34 seconds. That now moves Joey Grappy down to third. Still a good position for Joey to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Few heats left. I believe this is our third to last heat. Ron Mazza of the USA takes lane 1. Kirk McLaughlin, USA lane 2. Mike Cromer, USA lane 3. And Eric Patterson, USA lane 4. An all-American heat, and I really hope that Patterson has really edged out whatever was going on with him after that deadlift. He's going to need those hamstrings, the glutes, and the hips to really work here.
We'll know right away.
250 pounds in bag number 1. It's Cromer, the first to strike.
Yeah, Mikey's flying.
I can see that slowness coming from Patterson. He's still working through whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Cromer is moving well. Mazza is ready to answer the call at every
Come on,
turn.
Mike. Yep.
Mazza is the first one off with the Husafel, but it's getting away from him. Can he get there? Ooh.
Mike's just got to hold on.
That was an excellent recovery from Mazza, and he will be the first one down the course. Look at the speed.
Yeah.
20 seconds remain.
USA's Ron Mazza will be the first in the heat to finish. Well done.
10 seconds.
Solid finish.
Mike Cromer, get that chest against there. Kirk edges ahead.
Mike's just got his hands too high.
Tremendous effort. Cromer did stall out a little bit, and that's going to be a hard one to wrap his mind around, but he still moved very well.
I still think that keeps him in the top 10, though. So he's still in a solid place to make the finals.
Mazza takes the second spot now with 47.05 seconds, edging out Bertrand and securing a sub 50-second finish. Bob Kasanova remains our current leader at 40.37 seconds. 2 heats remain. Vuyani Museswa of South Africa will take lane 1. Mark Bevins, USA, lane 2. Brad Curl, Australia, lane 3. And Artur Patik of Poland in lane number 4.
Brad keeps improving, too.
He does. And I saw that on his deadlift. He found his groove, really tapped into a zone of power there.
Here comes heat number 6 making their way out in lane number 1.
I want to see something good here.
Vuyani Museswa.
Mike's walking by, trying to breathe.
He did that imaginary descending staircase as his legs started going out under him there. I love that we have our table set up right at the tunnel exit to see these athletes as they leave the field. All the facial expressions are priceless.
All right.
Mark Bevins, but look at the acceleration from Curl. We just talked about this. He's tapping in to a power reserve.
Look at this foot race back and forth. Now it's Bevins first in the 275-pound bag.
A horizontal pick from Bevins, and well executed at that. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. Curl seizing the opportunity.
Better grip. Mark Bevins in the sandbags here in lane number 2. Putting it up over
Yeah, he's much improved.
Moving down to the mammoth sweat.
There you go. Drive your feet.
He dug that
Just
back
move
foot in,
fast.
and
Think about it when you're done. Just push.
this is an excellent performance from an Australian in lane
It's
3.
a good time.
That,
15 seconds.
Brad's going to make the finals.
I believe
Strong finish.
that was between Kasanova and Maza for Brad.
Less than 5.
Vujani, once he got started, he was going. It will be a measurement, though. Wonder what happened with Bevins. That was unfortunate. It looked to be a very fast pick, but
I think when he lost that pick, it just wore him out trying to get it. That one little slip was pretty costly for him.
let's see this replay. Look at Curl. Such a comfortable lead. That will secure him a second place finish with 44.13 seconds, putting him still behind Beautiful Bob, sitting atop with 40.37. Maza is now in third, but these 4 guys right here are ready to challenge that.
Yeah.
Look at those facial expressions. Shane Jensen of South Africa, lane 1. George Pearson, USA, lane 2. Peter Rundberg, Sweden, lane 3. Mark Felix, UK, lane 4.
I don't think Mark's 6'4". I think he's 6'2".
Anyway, these guys are tall. They're tall, no doubt.
And lane number 4 in the UK is Mark Felix.
Here we go. This is going to be a heat to watch. Peter's got to get after Mark on this. And then, of course, George wants to stay up there, so.
George is ranked 9th currently, so the pressure is on for him to do well and stay in the top 10.
George is going to smoke this, but all 4 of these guys are going to fly with this.
Athletes are away. Time to beat is 40.37 seconds. Put up by Bob Castle.
Wow, Rundberg accelerates, and he's got to be careful with that, not to let the bag pull him forward.
George Pearson looking to make up some room.
Ooh, doesn't even turn around. Look at Peter.
Yeah.
Mark is trying to close that gap. It is going to come down to the sled. Rundberg is the first out the gates. Mark feeling the power.
Too high.
This is Rundberg's event. Peter Rundberg of Sweden.
So Mark's got to beat 40 seconds.
Here comes Mark Felix looking to finish.
If not, he's going to lose more points.
And his time will be just under 40 seconds.
Wow, I think Mark did finish under 40.
So that's perfect. That's right where Mark needs to be. They're going to be tied going into the finals.
How about Peter Rundberg? That was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was amazing.
He had one word in mind for this event, and that was speed.
Yep.
He didn't even turn around to get behind that Husfeld bag. Now let's do a score recap real quick. Mark Felix and Peter Rundberg are the only 2 men to break 40 seconds. Rundberg is ahead, amassing 26 points over Mark. Mark finishes in 39.83, about half a second faster than Bob Casanova with a very impressive 40.37 second finish. Brad Curl and Ron Maza also finished sub 50, with Dennis, George, and Joey being the only other athletes to complete the course. That is your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on 11 through 20, Vujani Museswa, Mike Cromer, Tatu Karhu, Edward Welburn, and Dave Hellier are the only other athletes to complete the Husfeld bag, with every other placing from 16 to 20 and on only getting the cylinder bag. Moving on to 21 and forward. JT, John, Eric, Mark, and Shane complete the cylinder bag, but could not get the Husfeld, and David Johns, unfortunately, was unable to get any points or distance at all. What athletes do you foresee out of this 10-athlete spread getting all 6 up and over?
Probably 2, maybe 3.
It does seem to be the trend so far with the other categories. So obviously the lighter bags are flying with ease, but it's that 45-pounder.
It's your 5th and 6th rep with these, and you start getting a little tired. And you got to do these over and over and over, and you have to get yourself tired and go out and do them.
Indeed.
So you need to do these like on your last day of training.
McLaughlin is looking good.
Yeah,
he is
he
on
might get
the
this.
final bag of the series. Not enough height, but a lot of power.
Yeah, plenty of power. He might actually get this. It's just you're in no man's land.
Yeah, indeed.
He's trying to get it there.
Now, Nick, our Masters class athletes, especially the 50-plus, are not necessarily known for being the most flexible or most mobile. Are there any unique strategies that you would employ for an increased mobility with a toss like this?
Well, I get on a roller, foam roller, and start rolling out my back so I could lean back a little bit more, stuff like that, loosen up my hips so I can explode through a little bit more, and then work on my shoulder mobility so I can get them far back over my head. Those 3 things will make a big difference in your range of motion with this and allow you to get a little bit more power and speed into the bag.
Walking through the athlete area, we saw a lot of athletes lying down on foam rollers, so I bet they know that and they're utilizing it. Dennis Bertrand of Canada will be in lane number 1. Vuyani Museswa of South Africa in lane number 2. Vuyani just hurls it.
Sending it.
Pretty much aiming for that wrecking ball hold in the back there.
Yeah. Good thing the thing's made out of steel.
Indeed. Dennis Bertrand is having to do some retosses while Vuyani moves down the series.
Yeah, I think this is like experience on Yanni's part. As he gets used to this event, he'll do better. He's very explosive. He's very strong.
Indeed, and we saw him last year. He did well last year, hoping to build on the performances. And Bertrand, unfortunately, was seemingly a bit too early of releases on a couple of those bags.
Yeah, but you're going to want to do this event like on your last training day of the week when you're already kind of beat up so that you can come out and, because by the time you get to this, you're already going to beat up. You've basically already done a full strongman contest.
Nick, that is another Nick Best nugget of knowledge of wisdom right there for our athletes to go back and reflect on. Doing something like this at the end of a heavy training week really does mimic these conditions.
Yeah, because why would you not do that? I mean, you come in here and do it fresh, you're going to send them all over, you get here and not figure out what the heck happened. Well, that's what happened. You train it when you're fresh. You got to train it when you're tired.
Our next heat, Shane Jensen of South Africa in lane 1 and Bob Kasanova of the USA in lane 2.
Bob's pretty explosive.
He's explosive, he's well-rounded, and he learns from all of his performances. Look at him. He was aware of it, too. He double-checked it.
Needed to take another half step back before he let that one go. It would have cleared.
Bob's dialed in onto the 40-pounder.
There you go, both of them.
Bob's a bit winded at this point.
Yep, both going back for the extra bags cost him.
5 seconds.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Well, he was already taped up there, so I imagine his biceps not feeling good. And the first thing is you want to flick those arms off like that. Probably not the best thing to do when your biceps are screaming at you.
No, they get a little mad from time to time like that.
Now we've got 3 athletes making it through 5 bags. Now the question is 2.
3 athletes have made it through 5 bags so far, but no one has completed the full 6-bag run.
Mikey.
Brad Curl of Australia looking stone-faced there, while Mike Cromer is all smiles. Oh, we got that peace sign from Brad. He is just in the zone.
Yeah, he's focused. He's ready.
Both men, not just veterans in the sport, but veterans to the stage.
Yeah.
Australia versus USA.
Off they go. Bag number 1 is 30 pounds.
The height on that first bag is just insane.
Gets the kiss off the top. Successful, as does Curel. 35-pound bag number 2. Mike
I think Mike thought about catching that. Might not have. Glad he stopped himself.
40-pound bag now. Kroger moving
Yeah, well, you know, you just catch like the 40-pound bag, no problem.
40 pounds. Kroger with the height. Not quite the trajectory required. Oh, Curel good on his fifth bag.
Wow,
They both
cheaters
did.
over the edge for Cromer. Carell on his last bag.
Seconds remaining.
Man, Corell has really come in much improved.
He really has. That's one thing you really love to see is athletes building upon the strengths of yesterday and make them even stronger here today. There's a smile from Carell.
Yeah. So we got another guy that got 5 bags.
Yep. Big George Pearson of the USA will take lane number 1, and Artur Patik of Poland,
Right now,
lane number 2. You can feel the ground shake as George walks onto the arena.
4 seconds
George is coming out with a purpose.
to take down.
He has. Look at that.
George Pearson from the United States in lane number 1. Artur Patik from Poland.
George is getting his head right.
He is huffing and puffing and ready to blow this house down.
George wants that podium.
Off they go, bag number 1, 30 pounds. Patik and Pearson.
Excessive height on both bags. The men move on to bag number 3. Archer kisses the top.
Patik onto his first 40. Pearson good. Patik
George onto 5.
Pearson's fifth. That's a 40-pound
Yeah, here we go. 6.
bag. George Pearson.
Oh! He needs to be a little bit closer.
Readjust.
Pearson
Yeah.
does it.
All 6.
Archer gives it his all but falls a bit short.
One more, 5 seconds.
That puts George Pearson as the leader after this heat. The only man to complete all 6 bags over the 15-foot bar.
So, this is going to be kind of interesting because Mark's got to come up and get all 6.
He does. He does. That is pressure. And let's not forget who will be standing next to Mark. Currently adorning the golden leader shirt, Peter Rundberg of Sweden versus the Miracle Man, who will take lane 1.
And this is a good event for Peter. So they're going to switch good events because, you know, the wrecking ball hold's going to be great for Mark.
Well, that's no surprise there. The strongest grip in the world, arguably.
31,
Peter,
94 seconds.
just like Pearson, is a giant. Very tall, very long reach. And we're going over a 15-foot bar. It's essential. Not to say that Mark's not tall. Mark is very tall.
Yeah.
But Rundberg just towers a bit more.
Yeah, but he gets it in arm length with his hand length because
That is a good point.
Mark's hands are extremely long.
Yes, that is a good point. UK versus Sweden.
This is the showdown.
Off they go.
Oh, Mark sent it flying.
Fast for both so far.
Rundberg doesn't even look up overhead. Mark looks up overhead as it tosses. Rundberg kisses the edge. Mark pulls ahead.
Successful as well.
Rundberg with a critical retoss, and Mark is looking good on his final bag.
Come on, Mark.
Felix looking to launch his 40.
Mark
Yeah.
Felix, yet again, pulls off a miracle win.
Now that's a big deal for Mark.
10 seconds left.
Peter's got to get this one.
Peter is looking stiff. He's not allowing his upper body to look up,
There he goes.
but has the power to get the job done, no less.
So that's going to keep him really close.
That will, and there are 2 more events. Mark needs to let those muscles breathe a little bit after moving so fast. Built up a lot of friction under that shirt.
I mean, at 58 years old, I mean, come on. That's just
Goals
amazing.
right there. He looks phenomenal. A warm embrace from these 2.
Yeah.
So Pearson finished with a time of 31.94 seconds, getting all 6 bags. And Mark Felix moved a little too close for comfort
Yeah.
against Mark there. And the platform goes down 550 pounds in the hands. Kirk's wrecking ball is really spinning around him.
South Africa and United States.
Which is going to make it a lot more difficult when it's moving.
As long as they possibly can.
Bob just looks like he's hanging out.
Yep, Bob has gone to a different level of consciousness here. He's somewhere else. All right, Vuyani will be flagged by his judge. His wrecking ball was already hitting the platform. Kirk McLaughlin goes down as well. Bob barely starting to quiver. But Dennis is down.
Dennis is done.
This is Bob.
Yeah. Bob's just sitting there cruising.
1 minute now.
1 minute.
But he knows Mark Felix
Yeah.
lies in wait of attacking the wrecking ball hold.
And the longer he goes,
70 seconds.
the more points that's going to be.
Bob finally opened his eyes. He's back. Oh, he's gone again. And it goes down. It flies
Wow.
right out of his hands.
Yeah, it goes, it goes.
We'll get an official time on
You don't get much of a notice. It's just there and it's gone.
Wow.
That was a pretty good solid time for him.
It was indeed.
Masters 50-plus category.
I am consistently impressed by the well-roundedness of this athlete. It's Bob Kasanova of the USA. He's going to take a little moment there while his co-competitors exit the platform.
Forgot which planet he's on?
Welcome back, Bob. This is Earth. This is Madison, Wisconsin. Try the cheese.
Try the squeaky cheese.
Our next heat, Mike Cromer of the USA on platform 1. Shane Jensen of South Africa, platform 2. Brad Carell, Australia, platform 3. And Artur Patik, Poland, platform 4.
This is going to be interesting. Brad's really improved a lot. It'd be interesting to see how he does with this.
Nick, for athletes looking to enhance their grip strength, especially for an event like this, do you have any tips or recommendations on something that they should include in their weekly regimen?
Yeah, a couple things. One, if you can get a hold of 100-pound plates, put your finger in the lips of that and try to hold on to the 100-pound plates for like a minute to a minute 20, minute 30.
I like that.
Right on the fingertips. That'll get your grip a lot stronger, especially your finger strength. So if you're having problems with deadlifts or farmers, your fingers are going to get stronger to allow you to hold on to that. And then grabbing the end of the bar and putting weights on it when you got it on a bench press on the low setting, and you just keep picking it up with the 2-inch handle.
Wow.
It's kind of like doing the Thomas inch dumbbell, except for you don't have to bend down and pick it up.
I love picking your brain because you're just full of golden wisdom, my friend.
Well, thank you.
Or should I say silver wisdom?
Silver, golden, silver, I don't know.
Like the beautiful goatee you sport. Thanos.
Yeah. Get that a little bit here and there.
Here and there.
Yeah.
All right.
Still haven't been that for Halloween. I'm going to have to do that
Oh,
somewhere.
talking about a missed opportunity. 2025 is your year.
Yeah.
Mike Cromer, Shane Jensen, Brad Curl, and Artur Patik. Here we go. I just love that shot. Artur looks like he really got pulled down, and I believe...
Wow, Shane's done. His arm's messed up, so
Yeah.
that's understandable.
Artur is dangerously close to the platform bottom. He might get flagged early if he can't hold strong.
50 pounds. 50-plus years of age.
There's Eagle. Brody Johnson really...
Oh, Mike's
Ooh,
out.
I did not see Mike going down that fast.
Mike's grip's been a little...
And Artur Patik, Australia versus Poland.
And Artur will get flagged, I believe. Yep, Artur's flagged. Eagle will tell him he's done.
45 seconds. Poland.
Brad
So Brad's
Carell.
going.
It's up to the Aussie.
Come on, Brad.
He's at 55 seconds.
Look at these guys cheering on Big Brad.
Yeah.
60.
Brad got to a minute. That was a good time.
And he got it.
Good reaction with him catching himself there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Bob Kasanova, I believe, will stay atop the leaderboard with 80.49 seconds.
But here comes Mark and Peter
Yes.
and George. Ooh, they put 3 up for the final.
Yes, this is a category that has 11 athletes
That's right.
due to a tie. Carell will take second place with a time of 62.13 seconds under Bob Kasanova. This final heat includes George Pearson of the USA in Platform 1, Peter Rundberg of Sweden on Platform 2, and Mark Felix of the UK on Platform 3.
Yeah, the funny thing is all 3 of these guys have a really good grip, so this is going to be an interesting one. And this will sort out a lot of points, too, because if Mark does what Mark does, it'll add to his lead. If he makes a mistake, this could be very, very costly.
Mark and Peter are so close to each other, only 2 points of a difference between the two. Unfortunately, George Pearson is quite a bit away, 14.5 points behind Peter Rundberg, but this is your top 3 right here.
Good performance here solidifies his place on the platform.
Indeed, but a battle for the top spot for the World Championship will be between Rundberg and Felix. This can be a major determining factor.
You never know. There could be a massive surprise here.
Yes, but it's hard to imagine a surprise happens on grip for Mark.
I'm just trying to.
I know you gotta cover all bases of preparedness. Let's call it.
Yeah. Well, even that, just trying to, give support.
80.49 seconds, the time to beat. This is your last heat in the men's Masters 50 plus.
80.49 seconds. It's a minute and 20. But we know Mark consistently goes over 2 minutes on a grip event. So
I think he's gone over 2 minutes with one about 50 to 60 pounds heavier than this.
yeah.
George has got a good grip, and so does Peter. Trying to get everything set. Gabby up there getting things set. Everybody checking things out, giving each other the once-over.
All right, we're set. This is your final heat of our Masters 50 plus category. And all 3 wrecking balls are suspended.
50 pounds, 50 plus age. Our last heat, 3 men.
The cheeks are huffing and puffing for Pearson. Platform 1.
Yeah, Peter and Mark just look solid.
I do have to say, just based off of facial expression, Peter is locked in. Look at this. Quite a difference.
Peter's just stoic.
40 seconds.
George Pearson.
Come on, George.
Ooh, Peter showing signs of fatigue.
Pearson fighting for everything he's worth. 550 pounds. Rundberg starting to get the loose knees. Meanwhile, the veteran Mark Felix.
Rundberg is starting to get pulled down.
Yeah.
Wow, look
Kind
at
of
this.
surprised at this.
Peter may get flagged.
70 seconds.
What a change.
Wow.
Rundberg.
Ooh.
Pearson drops 75.
Rundberg Pearson. Mark just puts it down because he knows he's okay.
Yep. He knows he's okay. There's such a point difference.
Playing a strategy game.
Smart.
He could have gone further.
Yeah.
We'll check
You
the
think?
final score.
I did not see Rundberg going down before George, but that just shows the grit from Pearson.
Oh, yeah. He's tough.
And again, I say before George, but we'll have to wait for the official times. And you can follow along here on the live stream at officialstrongman.com. Bob Kasanova will be your event winner 80.49 seconds in first. Mark Felix in second, 77.5. And George Pearson finished in third, 72.28 seconds.
150 pounds for a time of 80.49
So that leaves Mark in a really good spot going into the stones.
Yes, Mark is still in the lead. Runberg perhaps feeling.
And looking good.
Yep.
Thumbs up, guns out.
He's ready
to go.
Yeah, and I think this is his first one, so he's pretty excited about how he performed.
Well, he made the top 10.
Yep.
And, or I should say top 11, because actually
there was a tie.
It's the reason we have 11 in this category and none of the others. He was 10th equal, now dropped down to 11th. Let's see how he gets on with the stones. Cupping it and lifting it there. That suggests he's a bit inexperienced with them.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Well, that first one, it was 102 kilograms, now 113 and a half. Hey, you're licking your lips at going out there and having a go at these, aren't you, Nick, eh? 124 and a half next. Solid.
He's doing well.
And
he gets some technique with this. He's going to be dangerous on this.
This will be the 138 then, 300 pounds, just a smidgen over.
If he reaches over the top, man, it's going to be way easier for him.
Surely, yeah. That looks a bit old school Kazmar style, doesn't it?
Yeah. But he's got a lot of fight in him. I mean, he's got no quit in him. That's why he's there.
Well said. Well said, Nick. Dennis Bertrand, he may well be forced to quit here. The fifth one, we are talking 147.5 kilos, and it's a feral circumference, and that man deserves a round of applause. Well done. Making the final. There's the smile. There we go. Yeah. There's a whole lot of smiling when you're 50 plus.
And you're done and you're not broken.
You're
yes.
done and you're not broken. Well, not too much more broken than how you started.
You're correct. I mean, you're broken at 50 when you're doing this. It's just, you're still just loving it. You're still having fun. You get out and you just get after it.
Yeah, if you turn up unbroken, then it's,
you're not trying.
It's like cheating. You clearly didn't have a career in the younger strongman days. Anyway, here we are. Mseswa of South Africa, an absolute bull of a man, 6 foot tall, up against Kirk McLaughlin of the USA, 52 and 51 years old, and they sit in 9th and 10th. The South African in 10th, and they are 3.5 points apart.
With a lot of difference in competitive years, 3.5 and 19.
Mseswa has been around a long time, done a lot of African competitions, and McLaughlin using that height well. Yep.
Smart. Wow, just one motion in him. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, indeed. He's going to one motion to the third. Look at that. Good power. Our MC Aaron West picking up on that too. Mseswa puts up the 275.
Yeah.
Onto the 300.
Oh, got a double clutch.
He got caught there. But that should be no problem with a double movement. Mseswa, he's give him a chance to catch a little bit. Here we go.
Up to the 325.
Good at 300.
You don't often see people sitting there resting and then completing it. I've seen you do it though before. You're quite comfortable with the stone in your lap.
Oh yeah, piece of cake. You just sit and relax for a minute or two, catch your breath, and pop it up.
So 60 seconds comes and goes, and I'm guessing we'll see somebody like a Felix or a Runberg do all 6 here, but not yet.
George too. George can do all 6.
George can undoubtedly do all 6. Yes, I've been checking out his Instagram. He's been training hard at his stones. I think he came here to win, didn't he, George?
George did come in to win.
But it didn't quite work out. As our next two come out,
Mikey.
Big Mike Cromer, looking handsome as ever. 51 years old now, been competing since about 1971. Shane Jensen, also of South Africa, in his 6th year of competition. Only 5'9" tall. Interesting to see how he gets on with these stones, because we have jacked the height up. Jensen in 8th, Cromer in 7th. Cromer on your right of screen, Jensen on your left.
Out comes Big Mike.
He is big this year, isn't he?
Oh, he's big every year.
He expanded the operation.
He actually got thinner this year. He's slim and sleek.
He's just more gunned up looking.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you lose a bit of weight, you look bigger, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Very much so. On his way to the 300 stone.
Hey, Jensen, he's got some skills here.
Yeah, right there with him.
Big Mike plops on the fourth. So too Jensen,
They're
though.
both
This is
on it.
neck and neck. Jensen goes down for the fifth. 147.5 kilos, 325
Mike's gotta
pounds.
go. Quit with your tacky. Get going.
Time is ticking away here.
He's got it in his lap. Reach around the top. He's got to go. Mike's
Jensen
gotta go now.
fails.
Lean back, lean back, lean back.
Cromer, he's inches away. I don't think he'll pull it out from there.
No.
And that surely is it.
But it took his shirt off.
There we go, baby. That's a whole lot of man right there. He's got a beautiful body,
Oh, this
man.
is
I
awesome.
love it. There we go. Well done, Mike.
Sorry, man, we don't have any dollars over here.
We don't. He just walked past us.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. Father Christmas, eat your heart out. Here we go. Now
I do
then.
love money. Oh, you're going to run the clock. I like it.
Well, that's my secret.
Smart man.
Smart man, yes. Run a little stopwatch. And it's something we're not putting up on screen purely because the official time is being kept by our referees. And actually, it's so extremely difficult to get a matching clock 1,000 times over again and again. So if you listen to the MC, you'll get the time, and I'll also be giving you the time as we go along here.
Right,
Artur Patek of Poland on the right-hand side. Brad Carell of Australia on the left.
And Brad's really improved. Brad's been having a contest. He's working hard. He's probably better than I've ever seen him
250 for Carell, yes. 250 for Patrick.
in the last few years.
Yeah, Carell on 250, and now on to the 275. They're neck and neck here. Patek also matching him. 300 pounds.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. Oh,
Yes, he does.
Brad Carell, he's as fast
going
laden
to
as unladen.
325. Yep.
Here we go.
Just keeps moving at the same speed. Come on, one more. Let's go.
On to the 350.
Yeah, up, pull it in.
One.
Up, lean back, lean back. Oh, he's got it.
147.5 kilos. Got to get in the hole, though. There we go.
There we
Yes,
go.
he does.
Right on, Brad. Greatly improved.
And Artur Patek, who was going stone for stone with him through the first three, sadly got outclassed in the end there by a very impressive performance. And all six have now gone up. We have a new leader.
Brad Carell.
Brad Carell, the man who is leading here with 6 stones. McLaughlin's done 5 in 54. And out next, it's Bob Kasanova against Big George Pearson. Here we go. Big George, whose wife actually is a fitness model, isn't she? She's competed, I believe, in very high level, winning yet another contest just a couple of months ago. Girlfriend, wife, not sure which one. Is
Wife.
it?
Wife.
Yeah, the same, but
Well,
not suggesting there's multiple there. Sorry, just to be quite clear.
Way to go, Colin.
Way to
Get
go,
him in
Brycey.
trouble.
Anyway, Bob Kasanova on the left, George Pearson on the right-hand side. We're underway. Big George sits in third place. Kasanova sits in fourth. This is really the battle to make it onto the podium and get the bronze. Kasanova is not giving up without a fight, though.
George is moving on to the third. They're both on the third. Casanova's got the third one up. George needs to pick it up a little bit.
Wow, Kasanova is on fire here.
Yeah, George is moving pretty consistent, though.
3 1/4, 325 pounds, no problem
George has got to
whatsoever.
go right now.
It's time to bang. Oh, he didn't get in the hole. He's on to the 350. Kasanova to take the victory this evening, but Pearson grabs it. Big George.
Yeah.
Like a
That's awesome.
JCB, like fantastic. Just picked it up, no problem. He could have done 400 there. That was massive from Pearson, and he needed it to hang on to that bronze medal position. And who knows now, Rundberg against Felix. It's unlikely Pearson will somehow capture the gold, but he has at least done the best he can do.
Yeah, he did well. Good job, guys.
And it all comes down to this.
They're both wearing the same shirt.
They're both in yellow shirts. Felix is indeed ranked first, 61.5 points, 4 points,
4 points.
ahead of Petter Rundberg. And Rundberg is going to need the run of his life here to go ahead of Big George. Something sub 42 seconds is what he's needing right now, and then hoping Felix doesn't do what Mark Felix does, which is finish off a set of stones with the best of them.
Yeah.
Do you ever see Felix failing in this kind of situation?
No.
No.
The only way he's going to fail is if he gets hurt. He just doesn't make those kind of mistakes.
I tell you what.
You can beat him every once in a while, Adam, but you got to come ready.
58 years
You've
old.
gotta come
58
ready.
years old. He's the oldest man of all 400 people.
Yeah.
And I'd take his physique over anybody's.
Oh, yeah.
If I could swap
For sure.
my incredible body with anyone's, it would be fit. I would absolutely take Felix's. He's in $1 million shape. And here's the man going
here's
for
the
the
first
three-peat. The first man
Yep.
ever to get a three-peat at OSG. Worried to pull it off. Felix onto the third. Rundberg onto the third.
Mark's flying.
Felix on to the 300-pounder, no problem whatsoever. 2 stones from another OSG title. Can Felix finish this off?
Yep.
350 pounds, the
30
final
seconds.
stone.
Sub 30 seconds.
He's done it. Mark Felix is 3 times the official Strongman Games champion
Yep.
at the over 50s. He's done it before at the over 40s as well. The word legend comes to mind, but it's been used all too often with Felix. He's somehow higher than that.
Yeah. Oh, very much so.
And as for Petter Rundberg, congratulations. This year wasn't his year. He's now 2 times silver medalist at the official Strongman Games. And something tells me Petter Rundberg will be back.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for that gold next year.
In third place from the United States, George Pearson. In second place from Sweden, Peter Rundberg. And your 2024 World's Strongest 50-plus Men's Master, representing the United Kingdom, Mark Felix. Where my microphone goes, that is. I get it right there. All right, Masters, careful. 3 points of contact on those stairs for you Masters 50-plus men.